Uh-huh.
You're not sure?
No. Not Monday. I would say we're looking at Tuesday. Okay. All right, so I wanted to go over any questions off of 12, because that's what I would have taught yesterday. So look at 12. Make sure you're on 12, not 13. Yeah. What do you got? Number 9? Cool. And let's get earbuds and cell phones away, please. 5x minus 8. Is it this one? Cool. All right, so I cannot solve this one yet because it is not equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 2x squared. So I could have moved the 5x and the 8 over, but I chose just to move one thing. And we know that. Ready? X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So I know I have an a value of negative 2, a b value of 5, and a c value of negative 8. Agree? So let's plug in what we know. So I got x equals negative 5 plus or minus square root 5 squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. So that's x equals negative 5 plus or minus 25. That's negative 8, negative 8, or that makes it positive 8, and negative 8 times positive 8 is negative 64. All right, so friends, at this point, we can stop working the problem. Dan, what did I say about phones? You big bully. Does everyone feel comfortable if we did this arithmetic right here, we would get negative? Yeah. So as soon as you recognize that's going to take place, go to NRS. No real solution. What else would you like to see? Yeah. 17 on 12. Okay. Number 17. Ooh. Who's the big jerk who assigned something like that? Oh my goodness. So no matter which side we pick, we're going to have to move 3 things to make one side 0. Dan's already upset by that matter. So I'm going to add 3x squared. I'm going to add 2x. And I'm also going to add 6. Okay. So if we do all that, if we add them up, I get 4x squared here. These cancel each other out, so I don't have an x value. Minus 25. C value. Thank you. C value. And then everything over on this side cancels everything out, so that I get 0. Okay. Yeah. I would have a 0 if I use the quadratic formula, but I'm going to choose to not use the quadratic formula on this at all, because I know if I add 25 to both sides, I get 4x squared equals 25. Divide each side by 4. Those cancel. So x squared equals 25 over 4. Root. Don't forget the plus minus. So that's going to give me x equals plus or minus square root of 5, or 25 is 5. Square root of 4 is 2. So there it is. Agree? Giddy up. Anything else you want to see? Whew. Oh, sneeze almost wanted to come out and it teased me a little too much. Good in the hood? Everyone happy? All right, so Let's get our notes out that says this at the top, if you don't mind. You guys are my biggest Algebra 1 class. I got some classes where I got like every third seat's empty. You guys are a huge class.
And so we do humanities and there's like 50 something.
Holy cow. All right. Is everybody ready for this? So we started our review. Yes, we will have a test on Tuesday. Oh, no. Which four-letter word would you like? Well, it does say test.
Okay. I don't know where mine went.
Packet. I am all out, my friend.
Oh wait,
Yes.
That's...
All right, ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I can't use the quadratic formula on this one. So this one, I'm going to start out by just trying to move things around. That gives me this. Notice I am not distributing the 4 over the parentheses. I can't distribute the 4 over the parentheses because I have a quantity squared. So I'm going to divide each side by the 4 first. And 4 goes into 6 once. 4 goes into 24 16 times. Oh, this is going to be a little nicer once we work it out. Root, don't forget the plus minus. So I'll bring it up here. So I get x minus 7 equals plus or minus square root of 16 this week is 4. Next week it might be different. Then we're going to add 7 to both sides. So this is 2 problems now. I can get 7 plus 4, which is 11, and I can get 7 minus 4, which is 3. There are my 2 answers. Yes, I want you to work it out if you can. You? Sure. You know you don't have, oh, but you have to leave your phone here. I'm kidding. Well, you might drop it in the commode.
Yeah, that one won't be fun.
No. Comes in, he's got blue water on his arm. I know there's not blue water in there.
That's dangerous.
I know. But it'd be funny. Friends, any questions about how this problem worked out? Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. Can I move on? Everyone happy? All right. Second problem. It's not looking like it might factor real quickly. I mean, I don't see it factoring. So if it's not going to factor, I know that A is 2, B is 7, C is 6. X is equal to negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Dude, I didn't even have to write it down to get it. I'm so proud of myself. I knew I was pretty bright because my dad calls me son. All right. All right, so I get this minus 49. Ooh, let's do the math. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Negative 8 times 6 is negative 48. Hey, will that give me a real solution? Yeah, because 49 minus 48 is positive 1, right? And the square root of 1 is equal to 1. And I go negative 7 plus 1 is negative 6 divided by 4, which gives me negative 3 over 2. And negative 7 minus 1 is negative 8 over 2. Negative 2. Cool. Oh, I'm so happy. Blessing you. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. This one, oh,
Add 2x plus.
can I subtract?
Subtract it.
Can I do this
Yeah.
to give me this?
You just don't have
Now,
a C
friends,
value.
no, I don't have a C value, so no quadratic formula.
But you.
How can I solve this? What can I factor out of both of those? X. That leaves me x and x minus 8. And if I have x sitting alone, that means it's going to be x equals 0. And x minus 8 equals 0, so add 8 to both sides. And there's our two answers. I could have, and then I would have to make sure I factor that x out. Yeah. Yeah, the main thing is when it's squared, for the most part, you should be looking for two answers. There are times there's no real solution. There are times there's only one answer. But we're doing okay. Can I move on? I'm not in anyone's way, am I? Austin's like, I can't see. You got big fat heads in the way, Mr. Stirrup. No, I'm sorry. Ready? Let's go here. All right, so this next one, I think I want to try to factor it. And the reason why I want to try to factor it is I think I can. So I'm going to write x and x. Let's see. And I'm playing around this. I think -3, +1. Hang on, let's see if this is going to work. X squared I agree with. Minus 3x. Plus 1x. Minus 3. Oh, wait, this gives me x squared minus 2x minus 3. That didn't factor. That's not right. Boy, I tried. It didn't work. It's not going to factor. We need to jump to the quadratic. So I get x, or a equals 1, b equals -4, c equals -3. And we know that x is equal to -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So -4 is 4, plus or minus. We group the negative because we know that a negative times negative is positive. And then I get -4 times 1 is -4. -4 times 3 is +12 over 2. Which gives me 4 plus or minus root 28 over 2. And we need to figure out what this is. We'll do it over here in this box. I think root 28 is going to break down to 4 and 7. The reason I'm choosing 4 and 7 and not 2 and 12 is 4 is my biggest perfect square. Square root of 4 is 2, so I get 2 root 7. So that's going to give me 4 plus or minus 2 root 7 over 2. And I think I can reduce this because 2 goes into each of these. 2 plus or minus root 7. I like it. Yeah. Are you talking right here? Right here? So I chose the 4 and 7 because 4 is the biggest perfect square with 28. If you do 2 and 12, you'd have to break 12 down more. So then 2 root 7. I just replaced that 2 root 7 with root 28. Or I put, in place of root 28, I put 2 root 7. And then that allows me to then reduce it because 2's reduce. Is that your question? From 4 and 5. It's not on this problem. It's just 4 and 5. So 4 would break down to 2, right? But 5 won't break down under a square root, right? Okay. All right. Where should I wander to now? Wander on this side? Look like you're gonna sneeze. No? Okay. All right, let's go back here. Am I sitting in your way?
No, you're fine.
Sure? Judy, am I in your way? So, what about now? All right. Hey, friends. I have a quantity squared. What should I do to both sides to start solving it? Square root. If I square root both sides, don't forget the what. Plus minus, thank you. So I get x minus 8 equals plus minus. Can I break root 8 down to 4 times 2? Which that's 2 root 2. Is that okay? Then add 8 to both sides. So I get x equals 8 plus or minus 2 root 2. You see that one okay? Is it better that I'm closer, or do I need to go away? Did you get in the game okay?
Yeah, I did.
Double OT and we lost, huh?
Yeah, we lost.
Dude. Was there a lot of people?
Yeah, there were like 300 and something.
Cool. Good for you guys. Did they make you wear your masks in the stands?
Yeah.
Did y'all kind of just pull them down when they weren't looking?
Yeah.
No, they're walking away. Let's pull them down.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you hear that. Hey, can I move to the next page? Let's see what I have left. I have that. Oh my, uh-oh. Oh, good. There's only 4 problems left. If there was going to be 5 problems, I was going to be a little upset. Minus one, maybe? And I don't think this is going to factor. So A equals 1, B equals negative 1, and C is also equal to negative 1. Are you kidding me? So X is equal to negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4 C all over 2A. All right, X equals 1 plus or minus 1.
Wait, Mr. Stark, what's the number?
It's supposed to be a negative 1. It's a really poor excuse for it, but it's supposed to be. Does that kind of sort of look like at least 3% better? Okay. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 1 is going to be positive 4. Oh, this one just works out to 1 plus or minus square root 5 over 2. That's my answer. I can't go any further. Okay. I feel good about myself. Hey, so did the paper work out, or was it the one on your phone?
Just use it on your phone.
It was just on the phone?
Check it on your phone.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Like, I was trying to cover all bases, and I was waiting for you to come in this morning going, dude, you bought me the tickets to, like, Fort Collins game. All right, subtract 3x, because I want it to equal 0. Oh, that's really nice. Look. Oh, that cancels out. So I get x squared minus 225 equals 0. Add 225. Cancel that. X squared equals 225. What should I do to both sides? Square root. Don't forget the what?
15.
Square root of 225 is 15?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. And I'll make sure I put up all the perfect squares up on the board. I'll go up to like 355 trillion. It'll take me a while, so I'll start later today. Oh, I got them right there, don't I? Yeah, being you got to use a calculator, your first move on the calculator is go square root of 225. If it comes out to 15, boom, you're good. Just don't forget the plus minus. Darn calculators don't show plus minus, though. Can I move on? Okay. Almost done. I think I could subtract 6x from both sides. I hope this one factors. Please let this one factor. Please let this one factor. I don't want to do the quadratic anymore. Let's see.
If you have a 1, you do that, right?
Yeah, if you have just x squared, I would try this first. Let's see. Two numbers that multiply to give me positive 8 and add to negative 6 are both negative. What factors of 8, both being negative, would add to 2 and 4?
Or -2.
There we go. And then I'm going to take each of these, set them equal to 0. That one. There it is. Okay.
If we read it on the test, but we only got like one of the answers, because we only got like x equals 2, we get like half of it.
So this problem would probably be what, 3 points? If you forgot before one of the answers, I'm going to take 10 points off.
So it would just be in the negative.
You'd probably miss one out of the 3 points. Cool? No, I wouldn't take more points off than it's worth. In fact, all of my tests and quizzes are worth more points than the points even allotted on a test. Usually it's like I count up, it's like, oh, there's only 45 points here. Well, I'll make it out of 50. So even the kid who just puts their name on it gets a 5 out of 50. I am so generous getting that kid a 10%. Oh.
You get like,
You're done?
I already solved it.
Dude.
X equals 3.
Oh, you would miss 1 point then, my friend.
Oh,
You
plus
would get both.
minus.
Yeah. Judy, make sure she knows that.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, what have I been teaching for like at least 7 minutes? All right, add 9, agree? Square root, don't forget the what, Kennedy?
Plus minus.
Plus minus.
There is today, I guess. All right, so I guess I made an error with the homework, so let's make sure I make it right. Sound good? All right, so I was supposed to have assigned you, let's see, let's go to a blank page. I was supposed to have assigned you yesterday SQE 12, and I wanted you to do every other odd. Okay, so this is what I meant to assign you yesterday, but I must have gotten distracted. Somebody probably had something shiny, and I was like, woo! Okay, that or a squirrel ran down the hallway, and I was like, squirrel! So this was supposed to have what was assigned, and I apologize, I made the error. But if you chose to do 13 last night, which is great, so let's do this, and we'll just keep it consistent between the two. We'll go every other odd on that one as well. Does that make sense? So this was supposed to have been assigned last night, but I goofed up. I made a mistake. So if you did this one last night, then make sure you do this one. I will mark both of those off Monday. Does that sound about right? So both do Monday. Every other odd. And I'm not assigning 2 pages tonight. You just might have said, oh, it looks like Stuart made a mistake. I'm supposed to do 12. Or you're like, well, he has 13, so I'm going to do 13 because I never know what he really wants. Sound like a plan? Everyone happy? Anybody sad? Is anyone sad it's the weekend? You don't get to see me for 2 days. I'm sorry. You're not allowed to grow up. You know,